Do you know what the selection process was for the yearbook being dedicated to her? Was a vote taken? Was it the whole class or maybe just the yearbook staff?
I didn't work on the yearbook, said the woman.
What's your best guess?
Why does it matter?
It matters because I'm researching every aspect of this puzzle. Was there a relationship between the yearbook staff, possibly an individual, an editor of the yearbook, and Miss Winter?
How the heck would I know?
Yay, Pep Squad member, I thought. And what pathetic pre-interviewing Geneva had done, if at all. Let's move on, I heard. Miss Winter, now Mrs. Maritch. Did Geneva just pronounce my last name like that? Maritch? Roseanne doesn't correct her. The question being asked is whether this classmate can decode the dots and check marks that appear next to certain graduates' pictures. Geneva added, "These symbols are only next to boys' pictures. Well, they're 17 and 18. I should call them men." Next question. Was there ever gossip swirling around the school about Miss Winter and a student? Now I am going to sue her. She had no scruples, no journalistic ethics, and my big mouth was entirely to blame. The know-nothing Roseanne said, "There's always gossip about teachers. It doesn't mean where there's smoke, there's fire." Let's get back to these symbols. I'm noting that different years have different color pens, but why are some of the dots in pencil? In fact, very faint pencil, possibly a code?
You're only showing me a couple of pages. I haven't looked through the whole thing. I never saw this before. I mean, I have my own copy, but I never saw Miss Winter's.
Do you know this young man? Geneva asked next. And please remember that we're not naming names. Of course, she had to be pointing to Peter Armstrong. The woman said, "Sure, he was a valedictorian. Can I say that? Funny, he didn't write anything." Funny why?
Because he was a big shot in the class, and I'm positive he came to the reunions.
How odd, then. Don't you find that odd?
The whole thing's odd. Who writes all over a yearbook that's not your own? I'm trying to remember if she had the thing tucked under her arm when she came to the reunions. If not, she went straight home and wrote this stuff down.
Look closer, not next to his picture, but above it. Tell me what you see.
A phone number. That was our exchange. Elwood, then 5 numbers.
Geneva let that marinate in case the presence of a phone number didn't register as out-and-out adultery. I can tell you this. No other graduate got a phone number above, below, next to his picture, she continued. What do you suppose it meant?
Why don't you ask him?
Said Roseanne. Except for the occasional polite exchange of emails acknowledging receipt of my quarterly checks, I didn't stay in any kind of daughterly touch with Armstrong. Besides my own confusion as to what we were to each other, I wanted to respect my father's Armstrong aversion, but I thought I should warn the former class valedictorian by email that Geneva, who'd big-footed her way to his reunion, would surely be inviting him to appear on her podcast.
She did say she was going to do something with our class, as I recall.
He wrote back. That was too neutral, too calm. So, without sugarcoating what was surely ahead, I replied, "She's portraying my mother as a floozy who preyed on her male students." Was that not attention-getting enough? When there was no answer, I wrote again 2 days later asking if he'd gotten my most recent email, the one containing the word floozy.
"Received and noted," he answered. "I won't go on the show or whatever it is. Take care, Peter."
A kiss-off I attributed to his busy job, law practice, and my clinically cold correspondence up to now. Next was episode 3, not featuring an unnamed valedictorian, nor classmates of his, nor members of my family, which had been another worry. But the innuendo continued with the introduction of a woman, an alleged substitute teacher at Pickering High School, who claimed to be a workplace bosom buddy of my mother's. Wait, what was I hearing? What did she just allege? I was scribbling furiously on a notepad, which was how I listened, ready for slander.
The bosom buddy had the nerve to say that she and the young June Winter sneaked off campus for a sushi lunch.